Usually the team that comes from the lower bracket wins it.
Things could take another wild turn.
Speaking of WoW, do you think we will see another Riki carry?
This is just, I think, what makes everything so thrilling about Dota for us, and this is why we're here.
Once again, welcome to GosuPicks, a prediction series by GosuGamers, where our experts and editors share with you our insights and predictions. Today, we will be talking about, of course, the finals weekends of TI11 at Singapore. My name is Freddy, and I'm joined here today by Christy, or Pandora Dota, our feature editor as well as Dota 2 lead, as well as Diff or Andrea, our senior news editor. How are you guys, and how excited are you with this final series, final four series that we're gonna be looking at today?
Oh well, what do you want me to say? I'm from Western Europe. The region is heavy represented, so all happy here.
Yeah, I think this is the year of WEU, Western European Dota, I guess, with three teams and one Chinese team in the top four.
This has been a TI with the absolute worst brackets I have ever predicted in my life.
All right, yeah.
Coronavirus coming in and really wreaking havoc. RNG and Beast Coast still put up phenomenal games. You had Thunder Awaken's amazing run. I'm super excited to see Team Secret, Team Liquid, and Tundra heading into these final four teams. Like Div said, as a Western European resident, but also, you know, there's a lot of history with these teams.
So, first thing I want to talk about today is, well, you know, the COVID drama, right? Or what I would like to call it. I mean, it's definitely unfortunate, you know, that their RNG as well as Beast Coast, the players contracted COVID and they had no choice but to play remotely. And also, if I remember correctly, also during the RNG series, it was when the soundproof issue weren't being resolved yet. So technically, I think they were playing a very disadvantageous series.
So it wasn't just the soundproofing, but also the soundproofing and it being the English language. So those got a buff, you know, with the English. So many different things, you know, going on here that COVID or not, or this advantage or not, the entire integrity has been questioned.
It's, of course, extremely unfortunate and hopefully will never ever happen. In a way, it's good that it happened at the international and it got so much attention on it. Because if that happened in a third-party tournament or in a major or somewhere, you know, maybe Valve would not have paid attention to that as much as probably they did now, because they took, you know, they changed that with the next day. They did everything possible to improve.
With that said, you know, I hope that you guys are aware of that as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to read the articles, because we did like address these kinds of things, you know, in numerous different pieces already.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out, Christy. So yeah, definitely check out GosuGamers.net. What is the most epic series so far in the playoff? Like, yeah, there are only a few, and there's one specific that we will definitely talk about. But yeah,
I think this is something that the entire community, if you would be able to make a pool, there will be 100% must be Team Liquid Thunder Awaken.
Game 1 and Game 2 was just epic, and of course, you know, you have the 1 HP Bengali and
one creep, 1 HP. I mean,
1 creep, 1 HP.
These tiny one.
Yeah.
TI11, 1-1.
1-1,
Yeah.
yes, 1-1.
It's been thrilling to be able to get this, and I just wanted to point out and say, look at this. What this we're talking about is an SA team. You know, we're talking about a South American team that rivaled one of the top 4 European teams, you know, and just how far that region has come. This is just, I think, what makes everything so thrilling about Dota for us, and this is why we're here.
I hope to see, you know, even more epic games, you know, next weekend. I mean, this upcoming weekend. The next topic that I want to quickly just touch on would be like, what are some of the most heartbreaking moments so far?
We should also start with Thunder Awaken. I mean, after that series, and I actually cried for Thunder Awaken. I mean, it was So close for them, so close, yet so far. RNG is another one for me, and especially Snova alone on the stage.
Yeah, the moment of him just walking by himself to the other
on
side.
the stage.
And
Right.
at the end, at the end of
Yeah.
the game, Entity were winning, yet the crowd was cheering X Nova, and showing respect to him for being able to, have the mental to survive that.
And then there is also PSG's elimination.
It broke my heart, seriously.
Beast Coast lost. But yeah, if you put yourself in their shoes, they were all playing from separate rooms. A loss is already hard to begin with, but to be isolated and alone and not even with your teammates or anything, like I can imagine. So, I ached for that as well. This is a very emotional TI, I think.
On that note, let us know in the comments what are your personal favorite or most heartbreaking moments for you in the comments. Let us know. What you think? What do you agree with us or do you disagree with us? All right, let's just ride on the emotion. Let's talk about the final weekends. All right, we will start with the upper bracket finals. We have Team Secret versus Tundra Esports.
I think Secret is the team here that actually has a bit more fire in them because they lost the regional qualifiers. They fought through all that LCQ to get here.
Do you think it's gonna be a 2-0 or 2-1 for Secret?
Hard to tell. Probably a 2-1 because again, Tundra got here unchallenged, but that doesn't mean that they are not playing an absolutely perfect Dota. They are on fire at this TI. They are on point.
Well, my thoughts were that it actually is going to be a 2-1, but I'm going for Tundra in this. I think Tundra is because I don't think it's going to be so easy to ride over Team Secret.
I think Secret will take this 2-1. I agree with both of you that they both have their fire, right? They both different motivation and all that, but I still believe that overall Secret has a roster that's a little bit more experience when it comes to dealing with big crowd and everything. But yeah, for me, it's 2-1 Secret for this series. All right, let's go down to the next series between Aster versus Liquid.
Well, I don't have any other choice but to have to go with Liquid. I think it's going to be a 2-0.
Wow.
I think Team Aster is looking good, but I think Liquid will be able to override them and overpower them.
I said I want Team Secret and Team Liquid Grand Final, so I'll stick with Team Liquid in this, but I'm very afraid because it's like with two ties. It's either Aster will punish the craziness or Aster will not know how to deal with this.
2-1 Liquid?
Yeah.
Is that your okay?
Yeah.
Interestingly, I am going to go with Aster. I think throughout this TI, they have shown that they are definitely more disciplined. Like very close to some of the older giants, shouldering all the hopes of Chinese Dota fans. And I believe that this is gonna be a 2-1 as well for Team Aster. Okay. With that said, depending on how the results will work and everything, so in your mind, what would be the most ideal grand finals? Is it gonna be Secret Liquid?
Yep.
For both of you? Okay, for Christy at the very least, yeah?
The most ideal grand finals would have been with an SA team, to be honest, because they show up so beautifully at this TI, and I hate so much that none of them is in the final weekend. But right now, yeah, I want to see Matu and Papi duel for that second Aegis.
I think Tundra will triumph over Secret, but in the end, it's I want to see Secret and Liquid.
I actually think that it will be Secret beating Tundra in the upper bracket final, and then Tundra able to overcome whoever that makes it to lower bracket final, and they will have a rematch. Yeah. So in your mind, which of these four teams or three, depending on how your bracket has been so far, will be able to lift the Aegis?
If you look at historically at TIs, usually the team that comes from the lower bracket wins it. It might be Liquid. I put that in my compendium thinking of Matu, and I will stay with that.
I would love nothing more than to see that happen.
It's tough, but I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna stick with Secret. If any of you watching this are going to be in Singapore, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. But definitely also go check out GosuGamers.net and for more coverage and everything. One last thing that I want to really talk about is the level of Dota. Entertainment value wise, is this a better TI as compared to TI10?
I don't think you can compare in the sense that each year has its own storyline, each year has its own meta, and each year has its own games that stand out and are iconic. I have a hard time to say like that I'm able to compare the two because it's like comparing apples and oranges that way.
I'm not really on the same page here. I think what we witnessed so far, except for the Liquid Thunder Awaken game series, I think it's been way too methodical for me, way too calculated.
I think when it comes to gameplay, it might not be as close or intense as compared to TI10. I mean, as a whole, not so much of this by series. By series, definitely, I think nothing can even compete with the 1 HP Bengolia, right? But yeah.
There's also no clear underdog story this year for me, and I guess for many. Secret and Liquid being top 4 is not an underdog story. It can't be in any possible scenario.
No, I mean, you have different storylines. We don't have an underdog story, but we have a potential, Matumba Man's last, who knows what's going to happen with Puppy? I mean, and everything. If he grabs this Aegis and he got the first TI1, TI11,
and the last one.
If he retires, there's a lot to expect. It could get really intense. Things could take another wild turn.
Speaking of WoW, do you think we will see another Riki carry?
Oh God. No.
I had to just plunge it here. With that said, I think that is all.
Another peg on my therapy bill that I'm sending in. We're racking up all my traumas.
We are done. So thank you guys. Thank you all for supporting us and watching the series so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course, as usual, if you like what you see. And do check out GosuGamers.net for more coverage. And after this, we'll have covering other games as well, like the Rio Major and CSGO if that's your game, and other mobile games and stuff like that. So do follow us. And yeah, till then, see you guys next time.